Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a great day, and above all else, that you're indeed looking after yourselves and one another. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I have a new album review to do for you. It is the latest release from Robert Plant, his 12th overall, called Saving Grace, featuring vocalist Susie Dion. This album was released on September 26, 2025, with a playing time of 41 minutes and 48 seconds overall, released through Nonsuch and Esperanza Records. The material for this album was recorded between April of 2019 to January of 2025. So this album was in the works for quite a long time. The album was produced by Robert Plant and Saving Grace. There have been three singles released thus far from the album, and those singles are Everybody's Song, Gospel Plow, and Chevrolet, released between July 16th and September 4th of 2025. Now, Saving Grace is Robert Plant's follow-up release to his 2021 collaborative album with Alison Krauss called Raise the Roof. And prior to that, he released Carry Fire in 2017. Now, this album also carries on in terms of genre. Uh, it carries on in the vein of country rock, acoustic rock, folk rock, which he has been the genre he's been recording in for the past few years. And this album is listed as a covers album. All of the songs on here were written by other songwriters, with a couple of songs listed as traditional, with arrangements done by Robert Plant. Um, Listening to this album, for me, this is an album of contemplation, of reflection, of introspection. It's not an overly heavy album in terms of the instrumentation, although there is heavy rhythm guitar on certain tracks, but it's not a Zeppelin-esque album at all. I'll get into that, but it is a fantastic album, and there is such beautiful vocals done by Susie Dion, featured vocalist on the album. She does all co-lead vocals on this album. Fantastic. The album starts off with Chevrolet, the most recent single released on September 4th, 2025, as a short track, 2 minutes and 38 seconds. And what I do like about this track is a nice use of banjo and nice use of accordion on this piece. As with the rest of the album, it is a very much it's very much a live in the studio recording. No programming, a lot of use of brushes on the snare drum. Very much kind of like a band kind of a feel in the studio. You can almost feel like they're recording this live off the floor, right? But beautifully done. Other songs of note, or pretty much the entire album, As I Roved Out is track two, longest track at 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Heavy use of rhythm guitar chords on this piece, nice use of mandolin, and almost like a chant-like harmony vocal on the outro of the track. Next up, track three is a piece called It's a Beautiful Day Today at 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Beautiful acoustic guitar, great harmony vocals on this piece. The one track number four, Soul of a Man at 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Great song, great track, very spiritual for me in terms of the arrangement of the track. But the vocals to me, it didn't sound like Robert Plant was singing on the lead vocal, but obviously he was. He's listed as singing on all tracks for lead vocals. But this is the one track that did not sound like Robert Plant on lead vocals. Fantastic, fantastic work. Next up is Ticket Taker at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Great acoustic guitar in this piece. Beautiful vocals again from between Robert Plant and Susie Dion. I'm telling you, their ability to, the only way I can describe it is the vocals melt together. They blend very beautifully together, and it's almost like they wrap around each other in terms of their vocal dynamics and the way they deliver the vocals. Beautifully done, just amazing, just an amazing track. Next up, you have "I Will Never Marry" at 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Great rhythm guitar chords on the intro, great harmonies, nice thick rhythm guitar chord passages on this piece. And what I mean by that is you almost hear like a chord being held, like a sustained chord. That's like an undercurrent on the track. And every once in a while, you hear like a little flourish of a guitar of the passage that comes through. And it, it's done very wonderfully. It's almost like a very textured rhythm guitar piece that's played, but it's almost held throughout the track, and it's kind of like an underlying feeling of the guitar being there, being ever present throughout the track. But it's not overly used in terms of heavy rhythm guitar, but you do hear it, you know. Track seven is a piece called Higher Rock, 3 minutes and 42 seconds. And in my notes, I have here a nice up-tempo chugging rhythm on this piece. Probably one of the only ones on the track. Yeah, it is the only one that has a faster tempo. Great use of harmonica, a nice acoustic guitar on this piece. Now, track eight is a piece called Too Far From You. Uh, just under 5 minutes, 4 minutes and 57 seconds. And this is the one track that features Susie Dion on lead vocal throughout the track. Robert Plant comes in on the harmonies for the choruses, but great vocal from Dion on this. Great acoustics, acoustic guitar, and acoustics. Nice melody on this piece. Great rhythm guitar, and nice thick lead guitar on the solo. Beautifully done. Track number nine is where this is one of the most Zeppelin-esque pieces of the album. I think it's fan fucking tastic. Pardon my language. But in my notes, I have your great Arabic rhythm to it, in terms of the melody and just the arrangement of the track. Uh, Great use of a guitar called a quattro. It's spelled Cuatro, quattro guitar. It's an acoustic, a four-string guitar using nylon strings, and it's beautifully done. Very Zeppelin-esque, something that you would hear on Physical Graffiti, very reminiscent to me of Kashmir. And this song is very heavy in sections in terms of its Arabic influences, in terms of the arrangement, and wonderful extended guitar solo towards the outro of the track. Just wonderful. Um, the album ends with the third single release. No, sorry, second single release from the album called Gospel Plow at 4 minutes and 27 seconds. And in my notes, I have your slow brooding intro using keyboards, um, almost like a very weighty, heavy, uh, kind of like underlying keyboard passage that comes in on the intro, and nice use of acoustic guitars. And what I'm noticing is on this piece, there's a lot of use of melody and counter melody between the left and the right channel. Like on the left channel, you'll hear fantastic banjo doing one melody, and on the right channel, you hear great acoustic guitar coming in with a counter melody, and it works wonderful together, right? Just beautifully done. Again, this album, as I said, it's not overly heavy in terms of the music that's on it. It's not Zeppelin, and I think Robert Plant is trying to still, and rightfully so. I mean, he has had 11 albums prior to this and throughout his career. And I think he's trying to sort of divorce himself to a large extent of, the Zeppelin catalog. But you can't deny a song like Everybody's Song, where you do hear the Middle Eastern Arabic influences on the arrangement of the track. This is a great album. If you want an album of, again, reflection, contemplation, introspection, and just of an individual who, again, is looking back over his life and is happy with where they are and just wanting to make music that they want to make. I don't think that he is looking for a hit single with this album. He there are fantastic songs on this album, and everybody's song as a lead off single, uh, I think is a good start. It's a good indication of what is on the album. Um, but yeah, I think that this is Robert Plant just wanting you to come along for the ride of what he's trying to do. And I think it's fantastic. Again, his work with Susie Dion on this album is simply wonderful. Their vocals together blend beautifully. So please check it out. You can stream this album on YouTube, and you can get the album on, wherever you get your music, on Discogs, on um, eBay at this point, on Amazon.ca.com.co.uk for something like Amazon.ca has it going for something like $25. So you can pick that up. Please pick it up, and once you've listened to it, please let me know down in the comments what you think of the album. And that's it for now. Please look after yourselves and one another. Please click like and subscribe, and do hit the notification bell to keep yourselves on top of any new content I've got coming up. I've got shows coming up with Sagosh, with Jim Bricker, Bill Schuster, and also Ken Cheshire. And we'll get them to you as soon as we possibly can. Please look after yourselves and one another, and I'll see you again on the Music Den. Bye for now.